You're watching Less Than Epic's coverage of the Overwatch League. Enjoy the show.
Hello everyone, this is Kinky and welcome to Less Than Epic's Stage 4 Week 3 Power Rankings for the Overwatch League. This season continues to show how hard it is to find a team that can not only be consistent from week to week, but from stage to stage. Although this can keep things interesting for the viewers, it makes our jobs a bit harder when it comes to ranking the 12 teams. Kicking off our list at number 12 are the Shanghai Dragons. The Dragons just can't seem to find a break. Just as we thought this team could be turning it around, then they come out and underperform game after game. We thought this team would be able to end the season with at least a few wins, but there isn't much hope for that anymore. Coming in at number 11 are the Florida Mayhem. It seems like such a long time ago that we were praising the improvements for Florida. They're only one of 4 teams to not win a match this stage and have only won 2 matches in Stage 3. They still have a matchup against Shanghai before the end of the stage, so they'll likely at least see 1 win this stage. Our first tie is at number 9 this week with the Dallas Fuel. Dallas has seemingly flipped a switch between stages 3 and 4. They only won 1 game in Stage 3 and have already tripled that in Stage 4. The wins they have had this stage are also against some rather impressive teams. They've beaten Boston 3-0 and Philly 3-1, 2 teams who are in the top half of the league. We'll see if they can keep it up. Also in at number 9 are the San Francisco Shock. The Shock are still looking to repeat on their impressive Stage 3 performance. They're 2-2 so far, but one of those wins was over the Seoul Dynasty, who some people still think can take the crown for the first season. The Shock have a tough road ahead of them and will need to keep focused if they hope to win any of those games. Our second tie this week start with the Houston Outlaws at number 7. Houston are one of a handful of teams that have seemed to have completely fallen from grace and gone from potential kings to mid-tier wannabes. Houston again is still managing to win games, but it's not at a rate they need to be able to make the playoffs. They're still 2 games behind the Gladiators for the number 6 seed. Our second team at number 7 are the Seoul Dynasty. If the playoffs started today, Seoul would not qualify. They're a staggering 0-4 this stage, and their sloppy play may have caused them their chance to take the crown in the playoffs. Seoul is loaded with talent, and personally I'm hoping that they can turn it around and find a way into the playoffs. Our third tie this week start at number 5 with the London Spitfire. London is another team that has not been performing up to their usual standards. Fortunately for them, their win totals were high enough to help keep them in the playoff race going into the final leg of the season. That being said, London currently holds the number 2 seed and are only 3 games up on Seoul, who currently don't qualify for the playoffs. The second number 5 team are the Boston Uprising. Boston caught fire halfway through Stage 2 and carried it all the way through the end of Stage 3, winning all 10 games of Stage 3. Who would have thought that at this point in Stage 4, they'd still be looking for their first win? This truly goes to show how important a coach is at this level of play in Overwatch. Our number 4 team are the Philadelphia Fusion. If you take away Philly's shocking loss to the Fuel last week, Philly would be 3-0 with a plus 10 in the differential this stage. Philly truly looks to be pushing hard to the end of the season in hopes to make a run against New York and the other top dogs. The next 3 weeks will be a challenge for Philly. Let's hope they hold on to their playoff spot. In at number 3 are the LA Gladiators. The Gladiators are one of 3 undefeated teams in Stage 4. I would not be surprised if the Gladiators lost both matches this week though. They may be 4-0, but they have not been against the toughest of opponents. The Gladiators are holding on to the number 6 seed and need to keep winning to hold on to that spot. Seeds 2 to 6 are going to be a tight race. Climbing back to number 2 are the LA Valiant. With the way other teams have been playing, the Valiant look to be a good bet for the number 2 seed for the playoffs. They're 4-0 this stage and have already beaten Seoul and Boston. The Valiant play New York this week, so we'll get a potential preview of what the finals of the playoffs could look like. And again, at number 1 are the New York Excelsior. New York is yet again proving that they are unquestionably the best team in the league. No other team has shown the same consistency that this team has, and when you get to the playoffs, this is going to be extremely important. Not only that, but New York has proven that it doesn't matter what the meta is. They're just that good. Well, that's our list this week. Lots of draws and lots of uncertainty when it comes down to the final seedings for the playoffs. New York doesn't need to win any more games. They already own the number 1 seed, but the rest of the field has 7 teams fighting for those 5 places. I'm looking forward to some tight and intense games. Thanks everyone for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
If you like our coverage of the Overwatch League, let us know by liking and subscribing. And if you didn't, let us know why in the comments below. Maybe we can make it better. Thanks for watching, everyone.